Go everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to DayZ. Welcome back to Sakhal. Welcome back to the White Cloud. And welcome back to the island of Solisko and its little brother. So, welcome to Solisko. Solisko is, I think, of all the islands, the only one with an actual honest-to-goodness road and what you might call an honest-to-goodness settlement. I don't think there's any others that I've found, pardon me, that have something labeled as a road and a settlement. So this is it. This is the settlement at Solisko. There's no zeds here. I'm a bit surprised actually. I was kind of half expecting there to be zeds. There's no wolves either, and I was kind of half expecting there to be wolves. It's big enough for wolves. It's got these two. It's got the hills over here and hills down there. There's a bit of a theme with islands having hills on both ends. It's a bit weird, but anyway, we do have this place. We do have this this little settlement. You do have these places, and some of them have stuff in. Some of them have loot in. There's actual loot in some of these buildings. Yeah, what's this? Look, this is duct tape over here. Duct tape. They're very derelict, as you can see. Very derelict houses. There's a glass bottle. But you know, just because it's a derelict house, that's not. This has got a fire in it. It's still like your regular derelict house. It's still got a fire in it, so you can still light fire. So that's perfectly fine. So it's got all these little sheds and things. It's got this arguably main street. So it's got this main street, a bunch of derelict buildings and sheds off the main street, and then it's got, there's some like sheds slightly further back that you saw back there. Then it's got this like little side street down here, which is just a dead end side street. Still got all the necessary buildings and things on it. You know, various bits and pieces, etc, etc, etc. Up to like garage at the end. And you know, you still get things in it as you would in any old regular places. There's stones on the road. There's, what's that, metal sheets. This has a barrel in it, which is, you know, a good condition barrel. The houses have you know, shirts and hats and ammo and things. Nothing in this one, but they do. Take my word for it. I've been through and had a look. Some of the outbuildings are a bit disappointing. I don't think there's anything in that one. No, not much yet. Tent. You want a tent? It's a great place to have a tent. Yeah, so that's it. I mean, this is arguably this is the main village on Solisko. Solisko village, I guess, is what you call it. I mean, it's pretty wrecked, but it is what it is, and it has loot and things, and that's, but no zeds. It's crazy. I mean, you could literally, maybe you could come over and set up like a community here. Kind of weird. You'd like spend all your days walling the entire area off. You can get all this loot. And this is the road. Light's gone a bit weird. I think night is approaching. So yeah. So this is the road. So we're gonna go over the road and see what's on the other side. Let's do that, shall we? Right, here we are at the other side. Boathouse, as you can see, we've got this boathouse and a few shanties and various bits and pieces. And yes, there is stuff that still spawns in around here as well. There's a barrel here that I made into a fire barrel to keep myself warm when I landed. There's a couple little shanty sheds over here with these tarpaulins and things. There's lighter in there. A couple of other odds and sods, and yeah, sometimes loot spawns around these things. There's a camo net here for strange reasons. There's a camo net here. Not these boats so much, but possibly these boats. These are launches. Yeah, look, what's this? A flag. Who's that? Some DayZ guys, whatever. So yeah, so there you go. That's the two villages in Solisko, which is very interesting. I didn't park my boat in here. I'm still very doubtful on my boat washing away. So I prefer to land it rather than actually go through putting it in here, because there's no way to tie it off. It's one of the major failings of the boat is there's no rope. You can't tie it off. I mean, you can do that in Minecraft, for heaven's sakes. And these doors, I don't think you can shut them, and I think it might drift out under them anyway. So you can't reach those doors to shut those doors. So I'm a bit dubious about leaving my boat in the water because I'm worried it'll float off. So there you go. That's why my boat is always beached high and dry, where I know I can find it and I know it isn't going to wash away. Anyway, there you go. So that's the two villages on Solisko. Well, village. That is definitely a village hamlet. This is just a couple of shanties, which is fine. So we're going to have to go and have another look at the island, aren't we? And then we'll have a look at the little brother over here, Solisko B. So let's go and do that, shall we? This is the southern part of the island. It's quite a lot bigger than you think. Well, I mean, you know, and you can see that what it's like. It's just like running through the wilderness. Really, there's nothing there. It's very interesting. So there's the little island. So there's the little island down here at the bottom, which we'll go and visit later. So there's the little island down there, and you know, it's got woods, it's got steep hills, it's got plenty of snow that you can obviously chelate and drink and whatnot, and yeah, you know, undulating ground, and it's got rocks and hills and plenty of different kind of trees and everything else. I guess from that perspective, it makes it very hard to build a base here because there's an awful lot of slopes, so there's not a lot of flat ground here. There's an awful lot of woods and woodland and various other bits and pieces, certainly on this bit of the island, right? So, pardon me. What we now need to do is go and have a look at the other bit of the island. See you in a minute. Right. Well, here we are up at the northern end of the island. So here we are up here, right up at the northern end of this suspiciously shaped vegetable. And somewhere off there in the distances, it is a rovo, way out there somewhere. I couldn't see this island when I was navigating to it, so hard to say. So yeah, there you go, Solisko, everybody. A little less dramatic on this side. I mean, still high. Pardon me. Not a whole heck of a lot of flat areas to go building on, and you know, there's nothing else in the interior beyond the interconnected little shanties, I guess, hamlets, whatever you want to call them. My main thing is there's supposed to be 33 possible container spawns, 33 container spawns down the east side of this island, and I haven't found diddly squat containers. Which is just like, these container spawns are pretty rare. I've done a lot of islands and so far, and I've only found one container with a KAM in it, which is fine, but it was hardly worth the effort. So so there you go. Solisko, everybody. Yeah, this is the main island. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and do the little island. And then we'll wrap it up. I got Solisko B, Solisko Beta. I don't know. So I'm going to head off and go to that little island, and I'll see you there. Hey, so I was just heading off to Solisko B, and I found this. Now, I was along this coastline before. I remember that boat, and this was not here. So this is spawned in while I've been wandering around the island, which is fine. Oh, a DMR. Take it to the shops. A DMR and a DMR mag. Woo! Well, there you go. I did say they're pretty rare, and I wasn't sure whether they were worth it. Oh, look, they might be worth it. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Decisions, decisions. Anyway, there you go. Containers, everybody. And DMRs. Right, let's go have a look at Solisko B, shall we? Right, well after that chance little find, welcome to Solisko B. So, here we are. Here we are down here. Down at this little dot, and there's not a lot to it. So there's this hump in the middle which has trees, and then there's lots of beach. And there's the lighthouse. Hello, lighthouse. And I think there's 3 container spawns on this island, but there's no containers here. So you got the little lighthouse, and you got this little shanty area which has like sheds and things. It has this lovely little fire out here, the hobo fire. Got another barrel. You could even make a fire barrel out of if you wanted to. This is a sea chest. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? So there's bits and pieces in here. Yeah, which is pretty cool. This little shanty place. Anything by the boat? Any weirdness by the boat? Any weird flags? I can't see inside. No, there's no weirdness by the flags. Yeah, and that's it. So let's go B. There's not a lot to it except for this little shanty. No real snow on this island, but there is shelter. So there we are, looking back at Solisko. Solisko's not bad. Obviously, Solisko, like I've said, is the only island with an honest to goodness settlement. Some other islands have houses, lighthouse keepers' houses, or shacks, or various other bits and pieces, but this is the only one that actually has an honest to goodness derelict village on it, and an honest to goodness labelled road. Would you know, and it has quite a bit of loot in it, so there's quite a bit of loot that actually spawns here, and there's quite a lot of container spawns theoretically along this side. 33 is a lot for what amounts to quite a small island when you consider somewhere, you know, I suppose that had quite a lot, but you know, so 33, that's a lot. So there's a chance, and they seem to spawn in. So like I said, that one spawned in while I was actually on the island. So I guess because it's a dynamic event, it's like, you know, it's like gas attacks on Cherno. It spawns in according to the mechanics that it spawns in by. Anyway, I waffle on. There are some low-lying areas, some flatter areas, especially out here. There's some out here, obviously. You can see from the topography, less so on this side, although there is out by the point. It makes base building a bit tricky, but then, you know, I suppose what might you, I mean, yeah, base security and everything else. You could try and wall up the entire village, or wall up the entire shanty. I mean, you could say the same here, maybe. You could try and wall up this entire place and have, it's probably not that much, actually, when you think about it. I suppose there's a lot of junk around the outside you'd have to navigate around. But it's flat enough that in theory you could, there's no trees in the way, so you could probably, yeah, you could even, because that fence would be in the way. Yeah, you could even in theory wall up this little place and have this little settlement all walled off. And you'd have your own little picnic table. You've got your own little stove. You've got storage, apparently. So you've got bits and pieces. Just a thought. Just a thought. There you go. This is Solisko and Solisko B, everybody. Yeah, and obviously on the main island, plenty of snow to collate and drink. So there's plenty of snow, so you can always get yourself plenty of collated water, and you could sort all that out. Save one of those barrels and just spend all your time filling a barrel up, and you'd have a supply of fresh water, hopefully, if it doesn't freeze. Anyway, I do hope you have found this video useful and informative. If you have, please click the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell notification so you know when the next one of these is coming out. If you have any tips or tricks of your own, please feel free to comment. And if you're interested in joining the White Cloud server, please follow the instructions below the video. And I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now. PlayStation